Alright, I'm back here again with a new video, and we have talked enough about workstation P720. Now it is time for the 510. So you can see over here is Lenovo's ThinkStation P510. So you won't see anything different from P720, but it's almost similar. The chassis is almost similar except the ports, IO ports, because in P720 we have the ports 2 gigabit LAN ports, but over here we just have one, and most of the layout is similar. So I think this is a little bit bent. I think I bought it from eBay, so they have done something to it for sure, but I have confirmed it. This is working properly, so I'm happy with it. So now what we are going to talk about, we are just going to talk about what upgrades you can do to P510. So now why I have bought this PC, basically I'm kind of fed up about the new CPUs coming out. So there is not much performance to the new generations as compared to the previous ones. So I think spending lots of money on the newer ones is not for me, I think, as I'm not like very high-end gamer, or I don't like do very big video production. It's just for the YouTube or TikTok or whatever video I want to do, or it is just for my experiment. So I don't think so it is good to spend so much money on it. So let's start the video. So welcome back, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show this workstation to you, and I have talked about it. This is P510, Lenovo ThinkStation P510, very similar to P720, but hey, this is the previous generation, so you will see what's inside. So actually there is lots of information available about the P510. It's not like P720. There was not much information about that. So let's open up this beast. Yes, so you can see ThinkStation cover. My P720 did not come with this one, but I'm pretty sure there was this cover. I think seller has removed it, or when he bought it, it was not there. So the surprise is it has only one CPU under this cover. So let's get straight to the point. So what I want to talk about and what I'm going to do in the future. So there will be a video coming out. I've collected all the parts to upgrade this one. So these PCs are not really easy to find. So in Australia, it was only one available with that seller which I wanted, and it was really cheap, and there was offer going on eBay, so I picked it up. I think it was a good idea. So now this did not come with this Quadro P2000. It was mine, so I put it in to test it, check it, and yeah, it's working. So let's get to the power supply. So as always, Lenovo, yeah, because we are using Lenovo proprietary power supply. You can see this connector over here, and in P720 it was not there. We just had this bit, and it was just directly plugging into the motherboard. So same thing is happening, but I think to provide PCIe power or some other power, we have this connector. So I can see 6 pins are coming out. I did not find out what are these for. So talking about power supply, there are like 3 types of power supply available as same P720, but in this one it is 490 watt, really basic one. So another one is available which is 650 watts, and the other one is 850 watts. So it doesn't go to like 1400 watts like P920, but it is, I think, the middle version of it. So 5. So I think they have 4 versions, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So this is the in between version. So that's why they have, I think, gone with these kind of power supplies. So anyways, this power supply is 490 watts, so not much for single CPU. I think it is much better, or I don't know what Lenovo was thinking. So anyways, so again, all your upgrades are going to depend on the power supply. So this is only 490 watts, so I think there is no PCI power available on the board. I have checked it and I have opened it up, but only I could see the SATA power, and there is another connection from SATA power, and I think this one is for the PCIe, or I can't see what's written there, so probably for the PCIe. It's written HDD power 2, so it's also for the hard drives. So you cannot upgrade the graphics card which requires the power more than 75 watts. So this GPU is only consuming 75 watts, so it is running anyhow. So if you are looking to upgrade, hey, we have to use that trick we did the last time, that we built an external power supply and put a bigger GPU and use that power supply to run the GPU. And my P720 is running fine, so pretty much I'm going to do the same with this, because I'm going to do some gaming. That's the whole purpose of this system. Either I'm going to use it as a server or the gaming. Because again, so if I want to buy a 16 or 18 core CPU, it will cost me around $1,000. So this whole system is about $200 with the CPU, with the motherboard, and the chassis with the cooler. So I'm definitely going to upgrade the CPU to E5 2600 V4. So next, let's come to the CPU. So let's talk about the CPU. So according to the Lenovo's website and the data sheet which I have read, how the P510 supports Intel Xeon E5 1600 V4 and E5 2600 V4. So it means you can go up to 22 cores, 44 threads. I think that's amazing as compared to the newer ones. I know the single thread performance on the new ones is pretty good, but I think so I will still go with the raw power, right? So Xeons are all about the raw power, so that's why I bought the second one. And I think so I'm like completely eliminating those core CPUs, because I know those are powerful for the office use, for the gaming, but sometime when you are experimenting, the CPUs are not enough. So it has more cores. So if you're running Proxmox on it, it will be very beneficial, or you are doing the virtualization or using virtual machines. Amazing for that purpose. Because we have only 490 watts power supply, and I think so max I can go with this is CPU which will consume around 140 watts. But if you have more, means if you have 650 watt power supply, you can go up to 150 watt and other things. So probably I think the PCI power is available in that power supply, if I'm not wrong. I haven't checked that yet. Let you guys let me know if you have P510 and if the PCI power is available on that one. So if you have 650 watt, you can install CPU up to 160 watt, sorry, so not 150 watt, but 160 watt TDP CPU. With the 850 watt power supply, you have more flexibility. You can use any supported CPU without power limitations, basically. So I think so Xeon E5 2699 V4, which is 22 core, I think it consumes maximum 160. Have not had a look at it, but that's my assumption that that will be the maximum one. But with that power supply, you can throw multiple hard drives, and I think you can at least use 2 CPUs in it if the power is available. but I don't think so it is. I cannot see any connector which is available on this one. I think I have to take the motherboard off for that. And I can see some power. Oh, guess what? We have a 6-pin power. I think this is for the GPU. Wow. So the power, this connector is going in here. So this is the 6-pin, right? So 6 pins are available, and I have just found the 6-pin connector. So I didn't open it up completely because I was curious to make this video, and I think I missed it. So I just saw the lines coming out under the motherboard, under the motherboard, and I think this is for the GPU. So hey, I think we can go up to 150 or 180 watt GPU with this power supply, but let's see what happens. I'm going to upgrade and going to test this out, and I will be making the video for that. So let's come to the memory. So this seller only provided 16 gig DDR4, which is running about 2400 megahertz just for the testing, but you can see you have like 8 slots available on this one, and the maximum memory you can use is 256 gigabyte DDR4 ECC memory. So pretty good, I think, for the VMs, because VMs use more memory sometimes than CPU, and I think that's the better option if you are building a home server or small gaming PC. I think most probably with home server you require more memory, so you can go up to 256 gigabyte. So that's all about the memory, so nothing special here. And now we are coming to the PCI slots. So just going to take this card out so that you can see that, okay, what's going on. So this is the old style clip I can see over here. I don't know if I will be able to pull it. No. So yes, GPU is out. So you can see P2000. Amazing GPU for small workload. So if you want to use it as a Plex server, this will be amazing GPU for that. So now coming to the storage first. So you have 4 bays for 3.5 inch, and you can also plug in 4 2.5 inch SSDs over here like I have done. So I just didn't fix it properly, so because I was just testing it, and yeah, I didn't fix it properly. So but you can go like 8 hard drives into it in this area, and you have this bay which is 5 inch or 5.2 inch bay. You can install a caddy in there and install more hard drive. But apart of that, how many connectors we have, that's the issue. So I can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 SATA connectors over here. So there is eSATA, the black one over here, black connector over here is eSATA, right? So one connector is here. I don't know if you guys can see. So eSATA connector, and I have 4 red connectors for the SATA only. So I think you can use it in RAID as well. So this is SATA 3.0. So the fastest SATA available in this one. So yes, it does support RAID configuration, RAID 0, 1, 5 and 10. So if you're using higher power consuming components, make sure to check your power supply, because storage expansion can also impact the power consumption. Of course it can. So yes, the more hard drives in it, make sure, depends on what how you are going to use this CPU or the workstation. If you're using it as just a NAS, I think low power CPU is enough. and you can plug in more hard drives in it. So if you have SSDs, 4 hard drives, 3.5 inch, and you have two 5.25 inch bays over here, you can install the caddies and you can insert more hard drives. Now if you want more SATA connectors, as I can see only 6 or 7 here, so if you want more SATA connectors, definitely you have to install an HBA card, and you can install as many hard drives as you want, but the space is limited. So I think you will be able to go approximately 10 hard drives, including SSDs. So that's all about the storage. So let's move on to the PCIe lanes. So this one has PCI slots. Yeah, so this is I think PCIe by 4, but Gen 3, this is PCIe X16 Gen 3, PCIe 1 lane by 1, PCIe Gen 2. So now over here there's a little bit confusion, because I can see written over here PCIe X1 Gen 2. So this slot, right, it is not Gen 3 slot, it is Gen 2 slot. So let's move on to the next one. So PCIe X16 Gen 3. So this is PCI slot, and I have PCI by 4 Gen 2 again. So we have 2 Gen 2 slots. So those are not like super fast. So if you are going to use GPUs, only these 2 slots I can say. And you can insert over here another NVMe, and you can throw an NVMe. One more thing about these Lenovo systems, there is a flex connector available over here. So this looks like PCIe slot, but actually this is not a PCIe slot. So I was checking on the internet that, okay, if I can use this slot as a PCIe slot, but no, this has a different controller. So a special flex card goes there, and you can install NVMe drives on that card. So unfortunately I don't have that card, and this system didn't come with the flex connector. Let's move on to the upgrades you can do on the PCIe slots. So as the P720, yes, there are power limitations in this one too. So if you have 490 watt power supply, you should stick with the 75 watt GPU like this one I had in here. If you have 650 watt power supply, you can go up to 180 watt GPU, so just 180 watt. So I think this connector over here, which I just found, we can use it up to 180 watts. So not more than that. But if you have 850 watt of power supply, you can install GPU up to 295 watts, so almost 300 watts. So now I know why this connector on this power supply is that wide. Yeah, in this one I only can see 6 pins, but there are more 8 pins. So in total 10 pins can come out of this. But as this chassis was designed only for a 450 watt power supply, you can only see 6 wires coming out of this connector, right? Only 6 wires. So I'm sorry my camera is not focusing in there, it's just staying up here because my hand is moving and it's trying to autofocus, but that's fine. I hope you guys understand. So only 6 wires can come out, but there is space for 8 more pins. So definitely we can go up to 295 watt GPU on this system. So I don't have 850 watt power supply, I have only 6 wires available. So probably I'm going to use an external power supply like I did before, and that is the fun way. But I think I have available a power brick which can supply up to 200 watts. So enough. So that will be enough. So probably I will be using my old 2070 Super. So that consumes around 200 watts of power. So that will be amazing. So yes, if you're planning to use bigger cards like 5090 in this one, right? So just to let you know, because this is only Gen 3, so I think so CPU will be bottlenecking in this one, but still you can use it. So if you are going around 3090, 4090, 5090, you definitely need an external power supply like we did in the last video. We created an external power supply out of one of these, right? But this is the old one, so I used an HP 1200 watt power supply. You can run two 5090 with that kind of power supply, right? But probably, I hope nobody is going to do that. But hey, there are some crazy people out there who will. So I wish good luck to those people. So let's talk about the flex connector again. So one of the key feature of P510, so P510, P910, P710, they all has this kind of flex connector, which allows you to for the additional expansion. You can install a flex card in here, and you can install two NVMe drives in that one. So Lenovo datasheet says that, okay, if you need additional power supply for the GPU, you can install a different kind of flex connector. So I need to confirm that. I haven't confirmed that. So if you guys know about that flex connector, which can be used as a power supply to the GPU, please comment down below in the comment section and let me know, please, that okay, we can do this. I will try to find out that kind of flex connector, attach a link in the comments, and definitely I will try to find out and buy one of that. But of course, in future I may buy the NVMe flex connector, but at the moment I'm just going to stick one NVMe drive in PCI slot, the top one. I think that will be enough. So yes, we have talked about most of the things which we can do on this system. You guys know enough that okay, what we can do on this system, and I will definitely create another video for that, probably together with this. Now the system is here, I can do all the upgrades. So that's the topic for another video. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel and support me, because that gives me encouragement to make videos. And definitely those videos are not easy to make, takes lots of courage. So thank you guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and if you can, please share this video. If you find this video informative, please share this video. So thank you guys, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video where I'm going to upgrade. So stay tuned, keep watching. Peace.